During Tech Week in New York City last week, I attended a bunch of events featuring Gen Z and Gen Alpha founders and their innovations, right? Some CEOs and leaders, ages 15 to 24, and they blew me away with their sophisticated ideas, their executions, even their maturity. Now, most of the solutions or products I saw won't make it, but that's not the point. That's true for founders and companies of all ages. But what struck me is how the language and discourse of professional connection and conversation has evolved. And while I've prided myself on staying connected to new tech, it's hard to ignore the fact that I'm now 2 generations ahead, or maybe behind, this next wave coming up. And in talking with them, I felt my age. None of the professional jargon I was used to taking place in these settings. No circling back, no bandwidth challenges, no thinking outside the box or paradigm shifts or any of those things. Instead, they were using words and terms that, while I was familiar with them, I guess I wasn't expecting them to hear them in a professional setting. Yes, I could understand everything they were saying, but could they understand me? I don't know. It's like going to France. I can understand almost all French now, but when I speak, I feel like the people in France don't understand, 75% of what I'm saying. There was one tech CMO that I was talking to. He used the word Riz like 5 times in under a minute. Now, he clearly understood the assignment. I was learning about main character energy, which you all know, obviously, is someone who is captivating and confident, often the central figure in their own story, like the protagonist of a movie. But these, I was going to call them kids, these people, men, women, boys, girls, but all impressive founders, they left no crumbs. They absolutely cooked, even if I don't know what those terms actually mean or if I'm using them correctly. I'd be delulu to try and do that in my situation, right? It would be super cringe. And thanks to my own Gen Alpha teenager, I know to stay away from the delulu. So what were they talking about? What weren't they talking about? Well, oddly enough, they were not talking about AI, and I'm not sure why. Yet some new data shows that my interactions with these people, not in any AI context, isn't really very isolated. While young Americans, let's call them, are curious about generative AI, only like 4% use it daily. And it's a new survey from Common Sense Media and Hope Lab and actually Harvard Graduate School of Education. They were talking to teens and young adults 14 to 22 about their AI usage and found that 41% have never used AI. And 8% don't even know what the AI tools to use are. And the most common uses are for getting information and brainstorming among those who answered that they do. But notably, 62% of black respondents use AI for schoolwork compared to only 40% of white respondents. Opinions on AI's future are obviously mixed, with both optimism and some concern about its impact over the next decade. They're socially responsible. They're thinking about the impact much more so than probably those of you watching this, my generations. So what did I learn this week? Well, apparently I need a Gen Z dictionary, and AI still has a long way to go in capturing the next generation's imagination. Maybe I should start saying Riz in meetings. I don't know. All those things. Those are all things I learned. Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe this could just be totally beige flag.